In our last video, we covered the sweeping changes Disney Cruise Line made to the dining menus across the fleet, and since then, even more menu changes have rolled out. And there have been some changes to Pirate Night, plus there was the loss of fan favorites like the Fried Brie at the French restaurants. If you missed that one, it's linked right up here because today builds straight onto it. We got so many questions, with real-time reports coming in from cruises who are on board experiencing them right now. So this is the full breakdown you asked for. We're going through all of it, ship by ship. We're going to answer some of your questions, and we're starting with the largest ships, working our way down. Now, a quick foundation. Disney does dinner differently than just about any other cruise line. Instead of eating in the same room every night, you rotate. You're given a dinner time. Early sighting is around 5:45, late around 8:15. And throughout your cruise, you're going to move through the ship's 3 main dining rooms, a different one each night. And here's the part most people fall in love with. Your serving team rotates with you. By the 3rd night, they know your drink order, your little one's no sauce pasta, and whether your table always needs an extra bread basket. And there's one more piece that matters a lot for today. In several of these restaurants, there's a live show happening while you eat. Some of the Avengers are going to assemble on the screens around you, or the story of Coco is going to play out on stage. The dinner and the show are timed together, and that's where the menu changes really come in. So Disney just redesigned these dinner menus. They have also changed some menu items per restaurant. We're going to get into that, and it really comes down to 4 moves. Structurally, 1, you used to get 2 menus, now it's just going to be 1. The second is that the appetizers, the soups, and the salads all got combined into a single section called small plates. And there used to be a lighter note section with a plain grilled chicken and a plain salmon. That's gone entirely, and we have a couple of special notes to talk about this. We've had a couple of questions about gluten-free and these plain grilled chicken and plain salmon and dietary concerns in particular. We've got answers for you, so hold on. 3, the restaurant-specific cocktails that used to live on the menu are gone. And 4, the bread service changed. They don't have the special dipping sauce on the menu anymore, although it is in the app, and I've heard that it's still being served at dinner. They have also added plain white and wheat rolls. But the more interesting question here is why? And I think the big thing is about the flow and the timing of dinner, because on rotational dining, the entire dining room sits down at the same time, same seating, everyone's getting greeted, served, fed, and in the show restaurants, the service is kept in step with the live performance. So handing every one of those tables 2 menus with a bunch of separate sections, that's more to read, more to decide, more back and forth with your server. So folding all of that into one menu, and the whole thing kind of tightens up. You order faster, the kitchen turns it around faster, dinner's gonna stay on pace, which really matters because these dinners take about an hour and a half. So I think the changes to the menus are to help the flow so that everything can come out faster, but they definitely changed some of the menu items as well, and that is what you're here for. So let's get into the ships, starting at the top with the biggest and newest, and that's the Wish class. The Disney Wish, the Disney Treasure, and the Disney Destiny. These are the newest and largest generation of Disney's rotational dining ships, with the exception of the Disney Adventure. The Disney Adventure is notably the newest ship. It is based in Singapore. We are not going to address it in this video because they haven't had the same menu changes as the rest of the fleet, because they have different menus on the Adventure. But for the longest time, they didn't have any menu changes on the ships, but that just changed. In June, the Disney Treasure got a full overhaul. So real quick, here's the 3 restaurants that you're going to rotate through on the Wish class ships. First, there's 1923. That's the elegant one, named for the year the Walt Disney Company was founded. Dressed up in old Hollywood glamour with more than 1,000 pieces of real Disney animation art and details on the walls and all around the restaurant. It serves California cuisine. This is the one restaurant that won't have a show on the Wish class ships. Then there's Worlds of Marvel. This is the first ever Marvel dining show where an interactive Avengers mission plays out around you while you eat. And the 3rd restaurant on the Treasure is going to be Plaza de Coco, which is a beautiful Coco-themed restaurant with live music. And the 2nd night becomes a Dia de los Muertos celebration. On the Wish, that 3rd spot is going to be Arendelle, the Frozen-themed restaurant. And on the Destiny, it's Pride Lands, the Lion King-themed restaurant. Now, in June, the Disney Treasure got new menus. Every single menu on the ship has all been updated. So let's start start with 1923, and here's the redesign that you're going to notice for all of the fleet as we go through this. The left side is that small plates, appetizers, soups, and salads. The right side is going to be the entrees, where there used to be lighter fares and vegetarian separated out. They are now all in one section. And then the desserts are at the bottom. So at 1923, the bread has changed. It used to have a date and olive loaf, and it is now an herb brioche. They did take one dessert off the menu, the flourless orange almond cake. They've stripped the fancy names off the dishes. The biggest change here is going to be the removal of the lighter fare options, the chicken and the salmon. The plain chicken and the salmon are gone. And this is the largest question, most repeated question that we got. Sandy said, really sad they eliminated the lighter fare menu items. Afrid sufferers, autistic guests, sensitive stomachs, these options were super handy. And with Joy says, I'm concerned about the gluten-free options. So many people have told me that Disney is great for gluten-free food, and that's one of the reasons I booked a cruise with them. But with the menu changes, I'm nervous about gluten-free options, or that special requests will be difficult or take longer. And Kathleen said, from the Fantasy, I just took a cruise on the Disney Fantasy, still extremely gluten-free friendly. Servers took my orders for the next day, but plenty of options without the pre-orders. Additionally, the team members at the podium in the buffet take special requests. So here is the big thing with the gluten-free and the plain salmon and the plain chicken. I know they're not exactly the same, but we're going to address them here together because it's the same dynamic, I think, as far as what you can do to address this on the ship. Now, they still have chicken and salmon on the ships, obviously, because there are chicken dishes and there are salmon dishes. So here is my suggestion, and here's what I've heard is working. If you have dietary or allergy or food sensitivities, gluten-free, special requests, you want to make sure and do that before you get on the ship. On the website, on your Disney Cruise Line Navigator app, there is an area for you to put special requests. You can request your own table, you can request a certain location in the dining room, you can also put in dietary needs and preferences. For the table location, they're not going to guarantee that. For the allergies and the dietary preferences, this is something they have to address. So they have a very special, very deliberate dynamics on the ship for allergies, for dietary needs. Make sure and fill out the forms before you go to the ship. Once you were on the ship, talk to your wait service team and let them know what your dynamics are. A lot of the times, people need to order the night before, and I think that is what is happening with the chicken and the salmon in particular. If you are a person with very specific dietary needs or wants, you need to address that with your wait service team. If you want that plain chicken or plain salmon every night, have that conversation the first evening so that you can order that ahead so that they can handle that for you. If you're gluten-free, it's going to be marked on the menus on the first 4 ships with a G. On the newer Wish class ships, they actually have gluten-free menus. Gluten-Free Disney World has those over on her IG. Disney Cruise Line blog has all of the menus over on his website, basically from the beginning of time. And one other suggestion real quick, if you have dietary and special requests, another one that we really love is the Indian food. If you let your servers know on the first night that you really like Indian food, they have a lot of Indian food that is already being made for crew on the ship. If you let them know that first night, they might surprise you with some really wonderful Indian dishes throughout the cruise. This is not guaranteed, but it is certainly worth asking. Ami Shah says, my family and I are Indian and we're vegetarian as well, so knowing that there are Indian options at times helps. My niece loves her roti and dal, which makes her smile, so hoping that Destiny does have Indian options and staff. They definitely do. They're gonna have some up at Marceline Market as well. Just make sure and let your server know that first evening. And one other big tip here, with any of these changes, always ask your servers suggestions, because some dishes are not going to be executed the same from ship to ship or even from night to night. They know what is top notch that night. Make sure and ask them. You can always order more. If you want 2 appetizers or 2 salads or 2 entrees, you can still do that. So order what you want. It is a perfect opportunity to try new dishes, new flavors. Now moving over to the Worlds of Marvel. The only change here is they took off 1 torta dessert. The dynamic here is that some of these dishes are going from the Wish class ships to the other ships. For example, the grilled tuna with those Mexican flavors from the Worlds of Marvel has replaced the previous grilled tuna at Animator's Palette. So there's not a lot of changes here. And Worlds of Marvel has a second menu, the Celebration of Heroes menu. menu. That's going to be your second night in there, and that one has changed as well. The heirloom tomato caprese with buffalo mozzarella is now a burrata caprese, so there's that burrata showing up again. The double blueberry cheesecake has been removed entirely, and the Marvel sundae is now the Rocky Mountain sundae. Same idea, but with Rocky Road ice cream in place of the chocolate. Plaza de Coco has a couple of changes. Their baby romaine salad is now a little gem lettuce salad. They did take off their flan de queso dessert, and they have changed their bread. It used to be bolillo bread, now it's fried tortillas. And on your second night at Plaza de Coco, it becomes the Dia de los Muertos dinner, and that's a completely separate menu as well. And this menu actually has the most changes of any of them. The herb guacamole used to come with blue corn tortilla chips, and now it comes with toasted corn tostadas instead. There's a new entree here. The pan-seared adobo spiced sea bass is gone, and in its place is a lime and pepper spiced breaded corvina filet. And the desserts got a real shuffle. The chocolate cake and the pecan tart are gone entirely. The coconut rice pudding is still here, but its mango mint salsa is now a strawberry lime salsa. And here's a fun one. Remember that flan de queso that came off the first night's menu? It didn't leave, it's moved. It's on the Dia de los Muertos menu now. And one other note here, because most menus are all the same. On the Wish and the Destiny, the churros calientes live on the 1923 menu. But on the Treasure, they're here on the second Coco night. So at 1923 on the Treasure, you're getting cinnamon donut holes instead. But the churros aren't gone. They're on the Dia de los Muertos dinner. And they even swapped the dulce de leche dipping sauce for a traditional Mexican caramel. And typically on a 7-night cruise, and especially for longer cruises, one of the evenings is going to be a captain's gala. This is your formal night, the fancy menu. And Maureen said, I have been watching the vlogs about the new menus and no one mentioned the lobster tail. Can we still order it? The answer is yes. The lobster tail is on the captain's gala menu. It used to just say oven baked lobster tail. Now it says lemon butter oven baked lobster tail. I'm sure it's the same one though. So the changes here are the sourdough bread has changed to an onion cheese bread. They took off the apple pie and replaced it with an orange almond cake. The raspberry vanilla creme brulee is gone entirely. Overall, for the Wish class ships, you basically have a redesign of structure and taking off the plain chicken, the plain salmon, and a dessert or two. I do believe that's because the Wish class ship is where some of these newer menu items started, so you've seen those added to some of the older menus, which we got into in the last video. So here's what matters if you're sailing soon. The Treasure got the full overhaul, but its sister ships, the Disney Wish and the Disney Destiny, haven't that we've seen yet. Right now, both of those ships are still running their older menus. So this hasn't been a flip a switch, whole fleet overnight thing. It's rolling out ship by ship. I'm sure the Wish and the Destiny are certainly going to be next. So if you're on one of them this summer, make sure and let us know in the comments below if you are experiencing the new menus, and comments may be featured in future videos. Now let's work our way down to the next largest class, the Dream and Fantasy. These two are the Dream class ships, and they got the overhaul back in the first wave in May. We covered a lot of it last time, but there's one restaurant we skipped, and we've got the highlights here also. On these ships, you rotate through 3 restaurants. There's the French restaurant called Royal Palace on the Dream and Royal Court on the Fantasy. There's Animator's Palette, where the dining room comes to life with animation as you eat, and there's Enchanted Garden, inspired by the gardens of Versailles. And it actually transforms during your meal, from a sunny garden when you sit down to a starlit evening by dessert. At the French restaurant, the 2 big losses are the ones everybody's talking about. The deep fried brie, that rich, gooey fan favorite, is gone, replaced by a lighter burrata, which is really good. Mahaney said the 86ing of the brie and the sticky date pudding is diabolical. I would order 2 of each and try and nudge the servers to get me them each night. And Jana said, spoke to a head waiter a few days ago. They were having issues with the manufacturer and the brie had multiple issues. Said they pulled it because it was such a large order. They had to do it because it was fleet-wide. So to me, that leaves hope, because Disney cruisers will absolutely ask for their favorite items. Case in point, the grape and gorgonzola pizza at Palo is so good. They took it off the menu over a decade ago. People kept asking for a while, they said no. Now it is still not on the menu, but you can absolutely get it again. If you go to Palo Brunch, make sure and try the grape and gorgonzola pizza. It is so good. So, Fried Brie Brie lovers, we're not giving up hope. They can always find a new Brie distributor and bring it back. Maybe it'll be on the secret menu. Now, the other one they took off from the French restaurant is the lobster pasta. That one was famously a miss. Finally got replaced with a mushroom and pancetta pasta and a prosecco cream. This is a pasta dish that came over from the Wish class ships. The old Chateaubriand became a new carved beef tenderloin, and there's a Moroccan spice squash where a tofu dish used to be. And at Animator's Palette, the key lime pie that disappeared from room service is now at Animator's Palette. And here's the restaurant that we didn't get to last time, and that's the Enchanted Garden, which only the Dream and the Fantasy has. It doesn't have a show in the Enchanted Garden, and it actually saw some of the biggest changes of the whole overhaul. The ahi tuna and avocado tower became an ahi tuna tartare. The applewood bacon mushroom tart got swapped for a cheese and rosemary ham tart, and there's two brand new entrees, a ricotta gnocchi and the shiitake and tofu udon, again from the Wish class ships. And then the pearl barley cakes and the portobello dish were pulled. I am happy to note that the sticky date toffee pudding with butterscotch sauce that left the Animator's Palette menu has showed up on the new Enchanted Garden menu. And thanks to Pack Your Pixie Dust for this particular one. Now, the Magic and Wonder are the two classic ships. These are the smallest in the fleet. They got the exact same overhaul. On these ships, you rotate through the French restaurant, Lumiere's on the Magic, Triton's on the Wonder, where the same changes we just walked through. The Brie's gone, the lobster pasta's been replaced, and the new tenderloin. Animator's Palette, same design, and their third restaurants, Rapunzel's Royal Table on the Magic and Tiana's Place on the Wonder, which is a lively New Orleans jazz and soul food dinner. The thing is, the Magic and the Wonder are currently in Alaska, so they are also seeing some regional menus over there. But here's the Magic and Wonder specific thing to know. On the Alaska sailings, there's no pirate night. It's replaced with a frozen night. So just be aware, if you're cruising Alaska on the Wonder or the Magic this season, plan for frozen, not pirates. Which leads me into the one menu that changed on every single ship that does have a pirate night, and most of them do at some point. Pirate night is one of our favorites. It's the one night of most cruises where the whole ship leans into a pirate theme. There's a deck party with fireworks, and almost every 4-night or longer cruise is also going to have the dining room serving a special Caribbean-inspired menu. The crab cakes went from deep fried to lightly fried. The barbecue beef rib salad became a brown sugar and allspice roasted chicken, and the desserts got the biggest shuffle. The bounty fruit cobbler is gone, the bananas dish became a banana sticky toffee pudding, and the pirate sundae swapped its rum raisin ice cream for coconut pineapple. Different night, same pattern. Disney's touching everything, just little slight changes. So what does all of this actually mean for your cruise? If you're on the Magic, the Wonder, the Dream, or the Fantasy, you've got the new consolidated menus. The dish swaps were covered across both videos, and those cocktails are gone. On the Disney Treasure, you should have the full overhaul of new menus. And if you're on the Disney Wish or Destiny, they have the older menus for now, but likely not for long. If you're doing Alaska on the Wonder or the Magic, you're gonna have Frozen Night instead of Pirate Night. And the one thing that changed on every menu is the plain grilled chicken and the plain salmon are gone. If those are really important for your cruise, make sure and let your servers know the first night so that you can still get those. So if you sailed recently, especially the Treasure, Wish, or Destiny where the menus have flipped, get down in the comments, tell us what you actually saw. We read them. We love to hear your takes on it. Comments may be featured in a future video. And if you want more Disney Cruise, go check out our most loved and hated food on Disney Cruise Line and our dining mistakes you don't want to make. Make sure and share this with your friends and cruise mates. Thanks for being here. We'll see you real soon with some more Disneys.